Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nerd Bar. Today we're going to be talking about the Infinity Stones and how they could have been used to make Avengers Endgame better. Let's get started. Okay, welcome back to the Nerd Bar. Like I said, today we're going to be talking about the Infinity Stones, all their powers, and how they could have used them to... First off, spoiler alert. If you have not seen Endgame yet, I would probably turn this video off, punch yourself in the privates, and then go see Avengers Endgame. Okay? Okay, so we're going to talk about the Infinity Stones, their powers, and how they could have used them to save Iron Man's life. Okay. Before we get started, we are drinking Yingling tonight. This is a nerd bar, so we will be drinking beer. Okay, the first Infinity Stone, the Power Stone. Very popular in Guardians of the Galaxy, you may remember. Its power is it gives you great power, hence the name Power Stone. It makes you extremely powerful. You are able to shoot out this immense energy, like Ronan did in Guardians of the Galaxy. He slapped it on his hammer or whatever that thing was, and he was able to kick everybody's ass. Okay, so now how could they have used that to save Iron Man's life? Very simple. When Iron Man had all the stones, instead of snapping to disintegrate Thanos and everybody, you use the Power Stone and you beat the shit out of him. That's it. You could have used the Power Stone, beat the holy hell out of Thanos, and killed him right there and been done with it. You could have saved Iron Man's life if they would have used the stone properly. The second stone is not very popular. You only saw it in Avengers Infinity War for the first time, and that is the Soul Stone. And in order to get it, you have to sacrifice something you love. A soul for a soul is what they say in the movie. So basically you have to kill somebody you love in order to get the stone. Its power, you can manipulate life and death. You can control anything with the soul. You can manipulate things with the soul. Basically, that's how he was able to get rid of half the life in the universe. Was anything with a soul, he could get rid of half of them. So, how could they have used that to save Iron Man's life? Well, as soon as he shabammed himself, somebody should have grabbed the gauntlet and brought him back to life. It manipulates life and death. That's what the Soul Stone does. You can control life and death. So you use it, he has a soul, bring him back to life. You fucking idiots. Okay, up next we've got the Space Stone. This is the one that's been seen the most in the MCU. It started out as the Tesseract. It was the cube. I mean, I think it's been in damn near every movie. They talked about it and shown it. So, what does the Space Stone do? You can manipulate space. So, say you wanted to bust your friend out of jail. You could just open up a portal, grab your buddy, pull him out, and you're done. Or you could open up a portal inside the vault of a bank and steal all the money out you want. Or you could do good things with it too, I guess. But if you felt like you wanted to go to Mars, you could open up a portal and go to Mars. You can manipulate space. Okay, so now how could they have used this to save Iron Man's life? Well, instead of Iron Man snapping like a freaking idiot, he could have just opened up the portal, dropped Thanos in, and it could have been led to some frozen ice planet somewhere, or on the sun, or something like that, and he'd have been gone. And then case closed. If I'm drinking sloppy, it's because I had 2 wisdom teeth pulled. And if I'm talking funny, it's because yesterday I had 2 wisdom teeth pulled. So if I'm talking funny, that's what it is. Either that or the 9 beers I had. Anyway. The fourth stone is the reality stone. Another one that is pretty self-explanatory. You can change people's reality, you can change your reality, you can change their perception of reality, you can manipulate reality. So, how could they have used that to save Iron Man's life? Very simple. You could make Thanos think he's being chased by a giant pterodactyl, so he has to run away from it. He runs off a cliff. Dead. Or you make him think that he needs to run into a volcano or something. Go on. That's it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to and kill yourself like Iron Man did. But you didn't. So let's move on. The Mind Stone. For a long time was inside of Loki's scepter. That's why when he took that scepter and put it into everyone's little chest, they would all of a sudden start to do whatever he said. The power is you can control someone's mind. You can make them do what you want, say what you want. They can believe what you want them to believe. So, how could they have used it to save Iron Man's life? Well, when Iron Man had this on instead of shebang, he should have just made Thanos call off his army and then shoot himself in the fucking head. And he could have lived. Why is this so simple for me to think of, but the MCU didn't think of? Let's move along. Alright, the next and final stone is the Time Stone. Worn by Doctor Strange himself. Okay, the power is you can manipulate time. You can fast forward time. You can rewind time. You can see into the future. You can see into the past. Everything that has to do with time, you can do. Okay, so if you remember in Infinity War, Thanos had the Time Stone. He had all the stones. And when the Mind Stone was destroyed by Scarlet Witch, he was able to use the Time Stone to put it back together after it had been blown apart to nothing. So, how they could have used it to save Iron Man's life? Well, after he shebanged himself, all they had to do was Doctor Strange grab the Time Stone and use it to rewind Iron Man to where he wasn't half exploded. And there it is. Iron Man's life could have been saved if they would have used the Infinity Stones correctly. But they didn't. And now all movies will suck without him. So, there's your little lesson on the Infinity Stones and how I think they should have used them instead of how they did. Now, the rumors were that Robert Downey Jr. was done doing Iron Man, so they had to kill him off anyway, blah, blah, blah. But still, I think they could have went a different way. Either way, if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame yet, sorry I ruined it. But I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you at the next one.